Good morning, welcome back, or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. This is a really interesting thing, and it happens to me every year. It's that sometime around the beginning of November, I start becoming really deeply connected to the solstice. There's some kind of, I can see it out in front of me. I get a sense of the depth of it, or the something. I have no idea what it is. It's like I go, oh, look, the solstice is on the way. And what starts to happen is that I do this thing where I start taking pictures or really noticing the light everywhere. I'm like, oh, look at the light. Oh, and I get really fascinated with the reflection of light on things. And yeah, so over on my Instagram, also on my Facebook, but Instagram, I put a picture up every day, and I say what time the sunrise is, what time the sunset is, and then how many seconds shorter is the day. And yeah, I love this practice. It really connects me to the light and to the light as it fades and then rises again. So come, let us sit and meditate and connect. And today we're moving into the back body again. That was a beautiful class yesterday, and we're going to do something similar. Great, come. So light your candle. The smell of my matches, I like the smell of it. The smell of the wood. Oh, the smell of my aromatherapy. Connecting to it, smelling it, feeling it in your body. Pausing. And then just rubbing down through your arms, your legs. And pause for a moment, just rub your feet. Nice, and then let's sit. Slowing things down, deepening in. That's a minute already. Just another minute more. Just feeling, sensing, deepening. What's the felt sense of this moment? What is the felt sense of this moment? Leaning into the murky edge, that which is unseen or unmet or unknown. It's like this whole back body. It's always there, but do we know it? Do we feel it? Can we be in it? So expanding the territory that you inhabit in yourself with breath, with awareness, with the felt sense. Nice. So come rest into your child's pose. Resting in, finding the floor beneath you, and noticing how you meet your edge. So your edge might be that you're working with the opening of your feet, could be that you're working with the bending of your knees, the folding of your hips, the lengthening of your lower back, the extension of your arms. And the main thing always is that it's a wholesome working edge. You're not in any way overwhelming any part as you connect. Last night in my classes, I started to notice, how there's patterns in my child's pose. There's one knee that folds more, there's one knee that folds a bit less, there's one hip that folds more, there's one hip that folds a bit less, there's one foot that is softer. And I started to feel, it was like, oh wow, there's quite a pattern in my child's pose. There's one shoulder that's bigger. There's one arm that's less able to extend. My breath travels differently one side to the other. And then begin to deepen your breath into the back and actually send it with purpose into the back of your body. And so it's not just like notice the breath that is happening. Encourage a bigger movement of inhale. And then follow the exhale for as long as you can and really allow the exhale and the softening of the exhale to happen. So be aware of both. There's a deep, strong inhale. We're bringing movement into our back. And then there's a really long exhale where we're just noticing the receding breath, like watching the tide go out, like something move away or soften in or yield. And then again, deep, purposeful breath into the back of your body. And then watching the deep receding of the breath, the softening, the falling, the deepening. And keep that focus on back of body even when you're doing your exhale. So because we did this yesterday, and I did it in my classes last night, it's really starting to change. It's like the landscape of the connectivity of my breath is changing. So I imagine that, my back is in the dark, that it's unknown, it's like the night sky, and then suddenly the breath comes like fireworks and it goes whoosh, and it enlivens, it enlightens, it creates connections and the ability for me to feel like fireworks in the sky. And then as I exhale, it's like watching the sparks trail down through the sky and descend and drop and deepen. But they're also important. So one more breath. Enliven the back of your body like the night sky, like watching fireworks. And then deepen, settle, soften, surrender. Nice. Come forward onto your hands and knees, rounding your back and arching your back. Rounding your back, arching your back. Rounding your back, arching your back. So next time that you round your back, I want you to pause on the rounding. Deepen your breath into the back of your body and really feel the fall of your exhale as you stay rounded. Very interesting. I'm really sensing the difference between there's a vigor and a purpose to the inhale. It's like dun 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 dun, dun, and it arrives in and it goes, I can move, I can feel, I can do. And then as I exhale, I feel, yeah, it's like it's much less available, much darker, much harder to see. And I can feel like a sense of, yeah, the unknown in the exhale, which is really interesting and deep for my nervous system to feel. One more time. Deeply rounded, breathe into the back of your body. And find the exhale. Feel how the exhale does something really profound to how we feel our bodies. Nice. Tuck your toes under, pull back into your downward dog, leaning into your calves, draw your heels down, and then that we've been working the last few days on the ribs, so pull your ribs into the back of your body or pull your ribs into the front of your body. Uh, Draw your navel backwards, perhaps is another way of saying that, or that front rib area, widen backwards with your ribs. And just find your breath here. Nice. Bring both knees to the floor. So we're going to do a series of movements, and we've done them a long time ago, like long time ago. So we're good. I'm going to have to teach you them again. I'm going to have to learn how to teach them again. So bring your right foot to where your right knee was. So your knee is kind of in the air near your right elbow, but your foot is on the floor where your knee was. And then sit your bum back. So you're trying to sit your bum back towards your left heel, but you're not going to get far because there's a deep fold in my right leg, which is, I'm going to say blocking me, but it's a part of what's happening. So really feel that rounding. Tuck your chin in, really round into the back of your body. And then rock forward and lengthen your right leg long behind you. Really stretch long into your leg, lift your chest and look forward as you lengthen through your leg, as you open through your chest. Bend your knee, bring your toes to where your knee was, rounding your back. Stretch your right leg long, lift your chest looking forward. So as you bring your toe down, rounding your back, breathing in to the back of the body. And as you lengthen, breathing out. Noticing the breath. How do you stay with the sense of the breath? Or even just, how does this area move? Can I stay connected to, it's polyrhythmic here. So there is the movement of our bodies. There is the movement of the spine. And then within that, there is the vigor of the inhale and the yielding of the exhale. How do all those rhythms meet in your body right now? Can you stay in the back of your ribs? Nice. Both knees to the floor, other side. Bring your left foot to where your left knee was. Sit your bum down towards your heel. Compressing into that left leg. Rock forward, lengthen your leg, lift your chest. Feel the breath through the back of the body as you round over that leg. As you lengthen and lift your chest, look forward. Round over that leg. Lengthen. And again. Round over that leg. And lengthen. Nice. So, the next movement, it's always a little bit tricky to explain. So both hands are on the floor, both knees are on the floor, and then bring your right foot out to the right. See my right foot over here? And so my toe is on the floor, straight out towards the right. And then spiral your leg so that your right foot turns so that your foot is flat to the floor. So try the other way. Spiral your knee down, knee comes to the floor, and then spiral your leg up, foot comes to the floor. Nice. So if I do it sideways, I bring my foot out to the side and I spiral my knee up. Sit your bum back. Spiral your knee down, rock forward. Spiral your knee back. Sit your bum back. Spiral your knee down, rock forward. Find the breath in the back of your body and continue to drop your knee down as you rock forward. Spiral your foot to the floor, knee goes back on the way back. Knee goes down, knee goes back. One more time. Knee goes down. What's happening in the back of your body? Nice. Other side. Both knees together. Bring your left foot out to the side. And then spiral your knee so your foot comes to flat. Sit your bum back. Spiral your knee down to the floor. Spiral your knee back. Sit your bum back. Spiral your knee down. Come forward. What's happening with your breath? Nice. One more time. Super cool. So we've been on our knees for a while, on our hands for a while. So lift through your knees, walk all the way back, and come up to stand. Cool. So standing on your mat, just make fists out of your hands, roll into your wrists. And then roll in the other direction. Nice. Roll into your shoulders, big circles. As you do this, feel into the back of your body as you breathe. And then roll in the other direction. Really complicates everything for me in a good way when I'm trying to feel the breath in the back of my body. So bring your feet wide, so they're wide. Not so wide that you feel uncomfortable with the flexibility of your inner thighs. And then turn your left knee a little bit out to the left. Bring your left elbow to the floor. No, left elbow to your knee. Anyways, and then reach your right hand forward. And we did this at the beginning of the very beginning of everything. And right now I can feel that I'm kind of falling down towards the floor. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the Spider Woman version of it. I'm going to reach my spine long. I'm going to connect into my legs. And then I let my arm glide outwards and then breathe into the back of my body. Connecting deeply to a sense of connection through the spine, your legs, sense of poise, readiness. Pull your right elbow back. Bring your thumb to the front of your shoulder. Pull back, reach up towards the ceiling. And again, find that sense of ready through the body. Feet are pushing down. So if like 100% is you being really rigid, only work at 80% of like strength, but there's this sense of grace and poise and connectedness. So I'm not rigid, but I'm connecting. Bend your elbow, bring your hand forward. Touch, pull your elbow back, reach up. Nice. Stand all the way up, pause. Turn your right foot a little bit out, bring your right elbow to your right knee, reach the left hand forward and find that connection, that sense of length in the spine, connection to the legs, sense of reach through your fingers. Nice. Pull your elbow back, reach your left hand up towards the ceiling. Bend your elbow, reach forward. Pull your elbow back, reach up towards the ceiling. Bend your elbow, reach forward, pause there. Nice. Both hands to the floor. Turn your toes so they're pointing forward or whatever direction feels right for you. And then just travel from left to right, pointing your toes truly in the direction that your knees feel comfortable with. Like check out different angles. Do you want to keep your elbows on your knees? Do you want to keep your hands on your knees as you travel? Do you want to bring your hands to the floor? Do you want to bring your elbows to the floor? And just find, how do you travel from one side to the other side? Straighten both legs, bend both knees. Straighten both legs, and then deeply drop your head down and breathe into the back of your body. Nice. Lie on the floor all the way down. Land in onto the floor and breathe into the back of your body. Nice. So push your feet down, roll up along your spine. Breathe into the back of your body. Drop your bum down, squeeze your knees up into your chest. Breathe into the back of your body. So travel, feet to the floor, roll up along your spine. Bum down, lift your knees up towards your chest, squeeze them in. So when I say, breathe into the back of your body, I'm really confused by that instruction. I'm like, how do I do that? Like, how do I orient towards the back of my body when it's compressed by the floor and the weight of my body is there? When it's contracting to lift, and typically I'll move towards the front. And so all of these really good questions. So questions that have confused answers are really, really cool. It just means that it's a new place to learn something in. How do I breathe into the back of my body as I draw my knees up towards my chest? As I lift my hips up. One more time in each direction. And draw your knees up onto your chest. Feet to the floor, lift your hips high. Nice. Landing down. Pause. Rest. Let your breath move wherever it moves and notice where that is. Now that you've tried to harness your breath, a bit like trying to slow a horse down, how now, brown cow, does your breath move in your body? Nice. How wonderful. So yeah, so here in Ireland, the temperature is really dropping. It was a frost 2 days ago. There's a full moon really soon. It's really beautiful out there. It's cold though. It's really cold. There was a fog yesterday, big fog. Um, so yeah, I will see you all tomorrow. I will. I'm doing this amazing thing today. I've been invited by the Udaros is the Irish language part of the Irish government, and they do all these different things for tourism in rural areas. And I'm in a rural area, and in a rural Irish-speaking area, and so I've been invited to a day of dark sky tourism. And so I'm gonna go into a virtual planetarium and then VR the sky. I'm just really excited. I'm heading out to a dark sky area, which is Termakiti out in Connemara. And so I'll be full of dark sky. Yeah, full. That's why glimmer. Glimmer is happening. December is all about finding moments of brightness, moments of connectivity, moments of joy and safety in your life, which is like when we go out and look at the stars in the sky. I am delighted to be here. It's always such a joy. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Be well. Ciao, ciao, Slán.